Okay, so I just watched Sistapam's recent video. And look, I've been kind of thinking about her, like just wondering how she's been feeling about, the disappointment with the whole Stu being AI thing after all the investment she's put into those theories. You know, I I felt bad. I felt bad for her. I felt bad for the guy from Craven Something Scary. Please remind me what his name is. I'm like, dang, Stu is really gone. But I watched this video, right? Where Sister Pam is at one of these Scream 7 events. I think it was like a screening or something like that. And basically, Matthew Lillard, he spoke on behalf of his role in the seventh Scream movie, but he also mentioned Stu Macher's fate. Now, this is what Matthew Lillard had to say. Let's play it right now.
And everyone's recording it, so you can't really tell everyone what I really want to say. Because I always want to be, I want to be the guy.
We all wanted that.
We all wanted that. I agree.
Yeah.
Listen, I think that
Nobody
they did
wanted
a great
Marco.
job setting up that Stu is still alive. So I've already
Hear
said,
that? Sorry, I kind of talked over him, but yeah, ain't nobody gave a damn about Jessica or freaking Marco or Carl. Screw those bums. We want Stu Macher. Let's play that again.
Yeah.
listen, I think that they did a great job setting up that Stu is still alive. So I've already said, everyone's like, this is a good opportunity for Stu to come back. And I'm just going to keep campaigning that Stu is still alive. I'm
Hell yeah.
campaigning for it. I'm
Hell
already
yeah.
campaigning for it. They did nothing but add to the legacy that Stu is still alive.
That's not what I saw on first watch, but
To stalk her the entire film changes the dynamic of the film, and I don't think that's necessarily bad. So yeah, so that's my take. Thank you for the question.
all right. So Matthew Lillard himself, the man who would be in the know, right? He's had these conversations with Nev Campbell, who's produced the movie, Kevin Williamson, who directed the movie, and then I'm not really sure who else. Like, I know producers, they make the whole movie, but I'm sure Nev wasn't the only writer, right? But I'm pretty sure Matthew Lillard is in the know in terms of what the creators of Scream are trying to set up going into Scream 8. And it is interesting how there's been a lot of buzz around how Scream 8 and 7 are directly tied to each other and supposed to be 1 year apart. And 7's supposed to lead straight into 8. And there's been like a lot of talk about Stu being used across two films, rumors that Matthew Lillard is signed on for multiple more Scream movies. And if that's the case, and based off what Matthew Lillard is saying, because look, I didn't see how they added to the legacy of him still being alive. I don't see how they set it up, but Matthew Lillard, he knows more than me. He knows more than you, okay? I don't think Matthew Lillard is simply just talking for the sake of talking. He's speaking on his knowledge from being behind the scenes, from speaking to the creative team, the producers, the writers, directors, everybody. And he knows, I think, what they're cooking up going into Scream 8. Now, look, I'm not fully getting my hopes up, even though I'm excited right now. I'm literally standing up. I'm not even sitting. That's how excited I am. I'm not fully falling for it because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not letting myself get baited again. Like Scream 8, they're probably just going to go a different direction with killers that nobody gives a shit about once again. But like that one dude in the crowd said, we all wanted it. Matthew Lillard wants it. And the fact that he said he's going to keep campaigning for it makes me respect him all the more. Because I'm like, why would you take this role if you weren't going to be the guy? If you weren't going to be the killer? If you were just going to be used as AI? Why would you say yes? Because me personally, I wouldn't say yes to that. But there's a reason why he did say yes. It's not just because, oh yeah, I'm happy to be back. I'll just take everything or anything. I think maybe deep down he knew that he wasn't only going to be AI when he came back. I think maybe he somehow knew I am going to serve a role as AI, and then the twist will be I'm actually back for real in Scream 8. And he said something about this whole time he's been stalking Sydney, which that's insane. So we'll see what happens in Scream 8 in 2027 or 2028. I hope it comes out next year. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the movie. I'll only watch after I hear reviews and see leaks. I'm willing to take spoilers, honestly. Like I'm done investing hype or posting on my social media about the movie because I've done this twice with 6 and 7 and I've been embarrassed by being disappointed after. So we'll see, but I love what Matthew Lillard has to say. And it's kind of looking good. His body was never officially found at the morgue. It never made it to the morgue. On the radio, when Scott and Madison were driving to Stu's house, you heard on the radio that one of the teenagers from 1996 from the Woodsboro murders was spotted at Windsor College in Scream 2, which could support the theories that Stu could have been involved in the events of Scream 2, which is, it's mad, right? And among other things as well. And a lot of people believe that the first call was, in fact, Stu Macher. A lot of people believe that. Do I believe it? I want to believe it because the first call seemed the most like Stu. It seemed the most realistic, you know? So who knows? But yeah, this just got me hyped. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.